End of your video. Roll 1, scene 1, take 1. Hey, welcome to my end of year highlight video. It's nothing special. This video is really to just help me to really reflect on this year while I'm writing the script. And if you find anything useful, just let me know in the comments what you take away from this video. And let's get started. This year went by really fast, especially my last 7 months of the year. I've been through 6 months internship and 1 month of actual being employed by the company that I was interning with as their social media manager. If I were to summarize my year with just one word, I would say it's meaningful. At the start of the year, I was shooting for this local basketball club where I'll go to their game, shoot some photos, shoot some videos, and then manage their social media accounts. And they brought me on to this insane 5-day ski trip along with their players as their training, I guess. And I spent €0 on sleeping, eating, or even skiing. In return, I just give them a very nice recap video of the trip and a couple photos here and there. Anyways, well, for the context, this is my second time skiing in my whole life so far. I've gone through the green track, blue track, and eventually the red track. I think my first day of skiing. So while I was skiing and overcoming all those difficult tracks alone, I felt a sense of breakthrough. And it made me feel like I can do much more. And it's a feeling that I've never felt before. And it really boosts my confidence to pursue even challenging tracks alone and even more challenging tasks ahead. The next big thing, academically speaking, is our marketing project, where we have to create a brand based on the topic snacks, like daily snacks, chips, and all that stuff. Create a new brand. What got me most excited is the commercial that we have to make. And the creating of the pitch deck to my teammates, the process of creating the pitch deck to present to my team of my vision and seeing how it comes through step by step during the production phase and the post-production phase, it really made me feel that this is what I really love to do. And most importantly, this is my first ever commercial spec work sort of thing. And this is one of my goals that I would like to achieve this year, to be able to shoot some documentaries, to shoot some short films and commercial-like work. And moving on the creative side, I've shot over 200 plus videos this year. I didn't realize I shot so many videos until I write the script. I look at the number of posts I've done on the social media I worked on, my archival files, and really have a rough calculate of how many videos I actually shot this year. 200 plus videos, 1 per day, if you minus the weekends and all that stuff. And speaking of crazy, I've shot my first short documentary this year, which I'm really proud of. I've come to the point where I felt social media video, Instagram Reels doesn't fulfill my creative desire anymore. And this year I decided to pursue something bigger, such as documentary short films, where I've shot this documentary with a friend of mine where she was a professional fencer before she came to uni for her studies. I really like the end result, firstly because it's my first short film, and also I don't really know how I can improve this even further based on my knowledge right now and the available resources. I'm also in the process of making my second short documentary, but to be honest, I already finished it because this was to participate a 1-day documentary contest. But based on the new filmmaker that I've just met on this community I just joined, she gave me a really in-depth feedback on what she think about the film, the questions she had throughout the film that when she's watching. It made me inspired to redo the film and make it better this time. And on the camera shop side, this year was exceptional. I'm very privileged and lucky that I'm able to shoot on all the flagship cameras from Sony, Canon, and Nikon. I've shot on the Canon R3 thanks to the World Rugby over here in Lille with the 100 to 300 f2.8, and I also shot on the Trinity Canon RF, the 16 to 35, 24 to 70, and 70 to 200 f2.8. On top of that, I've shot with the Sony Alpha 1 with the 400 f2.8, and almost the Trinity I've shot on the 16 to 35 on, which is what the lens I'm shooting right now, 24 to 70, and not quite the 70 to 200, but I've shot on the 100 to 500 G Master, I think that's the focal length, and also shot on the 200 and 400, and then on the Nikon side, I've shot on the Nikon Z9 with the Trinity, not quite a Trinity, but I shot on the 14 to 24 f2.8 lens, I think, and then 24 to 70, 70 to 200, and yeah, it was incredible that I'm able to get my hands on all this incredible gears. This room has stored over 20,000 euros worth of gear multiple times. On May 15, I started my 6-month internship with Fédération Lilloise du Commerce as a digital marketing assistant. Given that I've already been running some Instagram accounts prior to this internship, I kind of know what to expect, what to do when I got on this internship without much instructions, except some little differences in terms of workflow and the brand guidelines and all that stuff. So in terms of work side, in terms of running an account, writing hashtag captions, shooting videos, photos, it's not a big challenge for me. The real challenge is that all my colleagues doesn't speak a word of English. They all speak French. So in order to communicate with them, at first it was either translations on the app or with my crappy French, or a combination of French and English, and hoping that they understand what I'm talking about. And the same for them, that they understand that, okay, my French is not that good, but my work is pretty decent. They try to communicate with me by speaking slowly with their crappy English and hoping that we both understand each other. After I finished my 6-month internship and plus the 1 more month for the Christmas market. And one funny story is that with my communication manager, she doesn't speak a word of English. Her English is worse than my French, basically. We have this chemistry that we will communicate at first mainly by email so that she can write in French and I can translate it French to English using the translator. And one very thoughtful thing that she did was that whenever she talks to me about an upcoming event or a task that she wants me to tackle, she will talk to me first and she'll write a follow-up email saying that, okay, as I was saying, I want you to do blah 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 in French. Or sometimes she'll translate into English if she has the time to do so. As I'm fairly good at my job and I've proven that I can do a pretty good job alone, she has gained a lot of trust in me where she does not really interfere when I post, what I post, unless she finds there's a French error in terms of language in the captions and the subtitles. Then she will interfere and tell me, okay, you have this caption wrong, can you write it into this? And then okay, and back and forth, something like that. This is a very fulfilling internship because I've got the chance to speak with a lot of shop owners directly and able to shoot a video with them to present their shop. And it really gives me the opportunity to explore the city, which I don't even know where to start when I just got here in my first and second year. And most importantly, it really improved my French. It really put me out there on the spot. Like, who's going to babysit me when there's only 3 people in the office? My communication is very busy with all her emails, with all her posters that she needs to make. And my other 2 is also outside of the office pretty much all the time. Now who's going to babysit me? So I'm just going to find my own way, any way that I can communicate. And all those hard work, after 6 months, they proposed me if I would be interested to continue working with them on their Christmas market social media accounts. And of course I said yes, and this is my first real employee contract and working as their social media manager for their Christmas market social media accounts on Instagram and Facebook account, where they have 50,000 followers on their Facebook account, which is insane that they give me the access to that. Also reflects that having a skill is really important and able to gain trust from your colleagues. And besides maintaining those 2 accounts, I remain all my responsibility back in my internship, where I need to manage the 4 other accounts: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. But all in all, this year was a very good year. But of course I have my ups and I have my downs. Maybe that's for another video, what I learned in 2023 the hard way. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. I hope you get some sort of usefulness, wisdom out of this video. And if you made it this far, might as well comment on I made it in the comment section below. Subscribe if you want to join me on my journey of my growth next year and upcoming years, hopefully, where I share my creative piece, a bit of life, a bit of everything, just like what Carlos is doing on his channel, where he shares his creative work, his thoughts on certain things, industry insights. But thank you for listening. I hope you have a wonderful year as well, and hopefully I can see you in the next year. Bye.